Welcome to this Fundamentals Lesson Plan series on stairs and railings, layout and design. In this video, we'll take a look at common editing techniques with stairs. This is video 2 of 4. My name is John Harridge, and I will be your host for today's lesson. Let's look at the learning objectives for video 2. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to apply alignment constraints to stairs to help capture design intent with floor plans. Next, we'll take a look at editing stair element properties for finishes and shape profiles. And last, we'll take an existing straight stair and convert that to an ornamental stair using stair sketching techniques. With that, let's get started. Let's begin this exercise by opening up an existing exercise file. Go ahead and click open and then navigate to your tutorial directory. Again, this is the stairs lesson plan series. Go ahead and open up the stairs O2 exercise file. And again, the purpose of this exercise is to look at different or common editing techniques with stairs. So the first thing we're going to look at is alignment constraints, where we take the existing stair that we created in the previous lesson and align it with the second floor boundary plate that you see there on the left. So to begin, let's go ahead and open up the level 1 plan view and then go ahead and zoom into the lobby area of the floor plan where the stairs are located. And we're going to create our first alignment with that floor boundary edge and the top edge of the stairs. And so to go ahead and create that relationship, we click on the Modify tab, and then in the Modify panel, we'll find the Align tool. Go ahead and select it. And then the first thing to do is to establish the reference context. So we'll left click to select that floor edge. You'll see that dashed in green. And then to create that relationship, go ahead and left click on the edge of the stairs and it moves the stairs. So that's kind of like the initial part of alignment, is moving it. And then to make that relationship permanent, go ahead and left click to enable that padlock. Now it is possible to stack alignments, so the next thing we'll do is we'll create another alignment between the center line of that middle wall and selecting the line work that makes up the up arrow path, and then again left clicking on the padlock to make that permanent. So we now have two alignments in play with these stairs. Please hit the escape key twice to end the alignment command. And next, let's open up a 3D view. Please open the lobby stair view, and you can see our progress with the alignment. That looks pretty good. Go ahead and change the visibility style to hidden line. Just hit the keyboard shortcut HL. And next, we'll go ahead and open up a section view so we can look at some other properties of stairs. Go ahead and expand out that folder. Go ahead and open up the stair section view. You can zoom in with the cursor. And placing your cursor over the elements, hopefully it will give you a tooltip. Doesn't look like it's working for me in this particular case, but usually it does, and it would tell you the first object was a railing and the second object was the stair itself. Let's go ahead and modify some of the stair properties. Go ahead and left click to place the stair in a selection set, and then in your properties palette, go ahead and scroll down to the dimensions section. This is where you'll find the instance-based properties. And the first thing we want to do is change the width of the stair. So let's go ahead and enter the value of 1350 and hit the enter key to accept, and then click apply to apply the changes to the model-based environment. Next, let's go ahead and duplicate this stair style. Go ahead and click Edit Type, and then click Duplicate. And go ahead and enter in the name Lobby Stairs. And click OK to continue. Here we want to modify the type-based properties for shape profiles and material finishes. So all of these parameters get rolled up into that named style. And the first thing we want to do is modify the stringer property where it says trim stringers at top. So in that first field, move your cursor to the right hand side and click on the pull down menu and choose match level. Next, we'll modify a riser property. So it says riser type. Again, move your cursor to the right hand side, left click on the pull down menu and go ahead and choose straight. Another property I'd like to modify is under treads where it says nosing profile. Go ahead and select stair nosing radius 20 millimeters. And last, I want to go ahead and specify some material finish properties. So go ahead and scroll back up till we get to that section. And let's start off with the tread material. Go ahead and left click in that value field and then left click on the browse button so we can actually select it from the following dialog box. Go ahead and scroll down until you find finishes, interior, carpet 1. Go ahead and left click in that left window and then left click on OK to continue. Complementary to that, let's go ahead and assign the same value to the riser material. Again, go ahead and click on that browse button across from riser. Go ahead and left click on that carpet 1 finish again. Click OK to continue. And the last material property is for the stringer. You can go ahead and browse out. This time we'd like a wood finish, so it's further down in the list. Go ahead and scroll downwards. All right, we want to choose wood cherry and then click OK to continue. And then click OK to exit the type properties dialog box. And all those changes have been applied to the selected stairs. Let's confirm that by going back to the 3D view. And we'd have to turn on shade mode or whatnot to confirm that. The last thing we want to perform is modifying the railings. So if you do a control left click to select both railings to put them in a common selection set in your properties palette, let's go ahead and assign it the value of 900 millimeters pipe, and that concludes that series of changes. Next up, we will take a look at modifying the stair shape. So before we do that, let's go ahead and select modify to drop the current selection set. Next, let's open up the level 1 plan view. So to edit the stair, simply left click to place it in a selection set and then choose edit sketch above in the ribbon. Alright, so we want to remove the left boundary. So we do that by left clicking and then hit the delete key to remove it. And then we'll replace it in kind with a curvilinear boundary. So in the draw panel, go ahead and choose boundary and then left click to choose start end radius arc. Now we're going to hover on this endpoint of the last riser and then drag the cursor slowly to the left until we acquire the alignment snap to the right edge of the left wall. Left click to accept that endpoint, and then at this location left click to create an endpoint there, and then drag the cursor down approximately to this location, left click to set the radius of that arc. Alright, select modify to end the line work tool, and then the next step is to select the right boundary and remove it. So go ahead and left click and delete. And then we'll take that left boundary that we just created and mirror it to the right hand side. So go ahead and left click to select the left boundary. And then in the modify panel, you'll find the mirror pick axis tool. Go ahead and select it. And then left click on the blue run line in the middle of the stairs to act as the axis for rotation, and copy. All right, so go ahead and select modify to end the mirror command. And then the last part of this is to delete the beginning riser and recreate it as an arc curvilinear riser. So go ahead and left click to select it and then hit the delete key to remove it. This time the workflow is a little bit different. We choose the riser tool and then we're going to use the center ends arc mode. So we choose that method, and then counting from the top we want to go down 7 risers, and at the midpoint of the 7th riser from the top go ahead and left click to set the center of the radius, and then drag the cursor to the left boundary, left click to set the starting end point for the arc here, drag your cursor over to the right boundary, left click to set the end point of the arc, and that's it. Let's go ahead and choose Finish Edit Mode to exit out of the sketch and to also generate the 3D stair element. And let's open up the 3D view lobby stairs just to confirm. That looks pretty good. Go ahead and hit the escape key twice to end the commands. And let's wrap this up. Let's go ahead and save the file as. Go ahead and give it the name Stairs 02 Exercise Finished. Click Save once you give it a name. This concludes this exercise. Let's take a look at next steps. Let's review the learning objectives for video 2. In this lesson, you were able to apply an alignment constraint to stairs to align the stair face with the floor boundary, and then we were able to center the stairs within the lobby space itself. Next, we look at modifying common stair element properties for shape profiles and material finishes. And then last, we modified a stair sketch to convert it to an ornamental shaped stairs using some boundary line work tools. With that, let's take a look at Autodesk resources that are available to you to continue your learning path. I would like to make you aware of 2 specific Autodesk resources. The first one being the Autodesk Education Community, where you can access free software for both students and educators, and that can be located at www.students.autodesk.com. It does require registration, and you can use either your own personal email address or a school-issued email address. The second resource is the Autodesk Digital STEAM Workshop. It's hands-on, project-based learning across multiple industries such as architecture, engineering, gaming, and animation. And those resources are located at www.digitalsteam.autodesk.com. This concludes this exercise. Thank you very much for watching.